Hey there. Sorry, got a bit carried away there. Isn't it beautiful just to soak in those tones? We're talking about open tunings or alternate tunings for ambient music. So, this is an open tuning that is the baritone equivalent of a D-A-D F-sharp A-D. So, dadgad with the G dropped a half step down. So here, let's just check the tuning is A, E, A, C sharp, E, and another A. So yeah, we have a bunch of the same notes, and that can do us a whole heap of good when we're doing ambient kind of stuff. For one, it'll throw our chord shapes into all sorts of disarray, but we get to do this. And in my book, anytime you can play in an open tuning to get the sound you want, especially for ambient kind of stuff, it's well worth it, because you get all of those rich overtones and harmonics that you can only get when all of your strings, or half of your strings really, are at the same sort of pitch or the same wavelength, or double the wavelength, should I say, as they are octaves. So we're running through the Neural DSP Archetype Plini at the moment, which is just a gorgeous sounding plugin. We're on the high gain sort of setting. Now we'll just... Are we though? No, we're in the medium gain setting, and it's giving us this sort of... wonderful, slightly crunchy tones. That's just exactly what you're after, or what I'm after when I do a bunch of ambient stuff, really. So let's just talk about the benefits of using this tuning, or any open tuning really. You could also do it in a standard guitar tuning, or a standard dadgad guitar tuning. You could do that on a non-baritone scaled guitar, is what I'm trying to say, in like the same sort of interval open tuning kind of thing. And you'd have all the strings, 3 octaves of the same tone, and that is sort of our fundamental tone that we get underlying anything we play, really. So when we just strum a chord, we don't need a hand because we're already strumming a chord here. And that makes it really easy for us to kind of play along to this long, drony background noise that is all in a key, really. It's not wherever you, not like on a standard tuned guitar where you play like an A minor chord or a G sharp chord and you move all the way through the chords. You have the one chord, which in this case is a really low A, just kind of droning behind you, which is awesome. It is just epically thick. It is warm, it is rich, it is everything I want from a good ambient sound. And we have a whole bunch of new shapes to explore, And usually when I pick up guitar and it's not in standard tuning, which happens occasionally for my guitars, I kind of start with the basic chords that everybody knows. Just to sort of have something that my hand feels familiar with, that I can sort of move around the neck, and then I can, if one note is kind of off, like in this A shape, the intervals kind of sound different than we're used to, and that can sometimes be a little bit too much for even us as players, and let alone the audience, because it's really unlike anything you've heard likely in the last bit. So I encourage you to pick up a guitar, put it into some sort of open tuning. There's a bunch of resources online where you can find pretty much every open tuning. The standard open tuning, or the standard alternate tuning, being DAD-GAD, which is sort of the obvious one to try out first, and then this, which is sort of DAD F-sharp AD, or DAD-FAD as it is commonly known. And yeah, give it a shot. Plop on the 14-day trial of the Neural DSP Plini, or anything with a bunch of luscious delays and reverbs and stuff that really gives a phenomenal big room ambient sound, and just just try to find some shapes that feel nice, that you like the sound of, and just experiment. There's nothing worse than not experimenting on an instrument, in my book. If you like this video and you found it helpful for your ambient guitar playing, then consider subscribing to the channel. I have a ton of other content already up here. Just sift through the playlist and you'll sure find something that you like. If you like this video in particular, then just leave me a comment telling me you liked it, or hit the thumbs up. And if you want more ambient guitar content, I'll be happy to do so. Just drop me a line and I'll get to that as soon as possible. Thank you very much. All the sounds today were from the Neural DSP Archetype Plini plugin, which I am currently very much in love with. It is really, really, really nice sounding. And yeah, thanks for checking all of that out. There's a bunch of links down in the description where you could download the 14-day trial of the Neural DSP Plini, and there's also a link to where you could buy me a coffee on my Buy Me a Coffee page. So yeah, thanks for sticking around, thanks for watching, and thanks for being the internet's most awesome people. See ya.